Welcome everyone. Today we'll have a patch note video which I want to cover many things. So first we have the official information of the raid bosses and things that are getting nerfed in the game and how this might change the game, how this might affect the game. There's a lot of nerfs. And second to that, I also want to come over to this video, and this is from Sandov. He is talking about Argos patch, which will be the next major patch of the game with the new expansion. But what he talks about is there is actually gonna be a catch-up mechanics that's massively boost the success rate for tier 1 and also tier 2, and also increase the base success rate for tier 3. I really want to talk about this. So the second part of information is not official. So if you listen to him, what he says is the patch notes was actually accidentally early released. So
release notes, there was a specific patch note that got, but hold on, as there was a specific,
so if you listen
remember the pre-release notes, there was a specific patch note that got removed, and that is the catch-up mechanics on honing tier 1, tier 2 and tier 3 items.
So basically, I'll talk about this on the second part, and I think this will change the game massively, and what are the things you should do because of the rate changes. So the first part, let's have a look at the patch notes, because we know there will be an update. The update will be about 6 hours. And the second part, we'll look at something that is not yet official, but this will massively change the mechanics of the game. Because right now, the rates are terrible. If you look at the rates to get an item to plus 15 on tier 3, it is only 10%. We also have the Excel calculation over here, which will talk about how those changes will affect us and how much gold we can save because of the change like this. So basically, let's first come over to the official notes. As you guys know, the game is currently on patch, and this is going to be a big maintenance balance update. And just briefly having a look at this, so due to players finding the guardian rates and things Abyss Dungeon a little hard, so you can see that the notes over here of things getting changed for the rates of the monsters. I won't go through for each of them, but some of the tougher ones like Talos and Yoho, there's some of those that players find a little harder will be a little nerfed. So those monsters, those mechanics are getting nerfed, so players can spend less time failing and have more time succeeding. Now, whether this is a good change or not, I'm not the one to judge about those, because sometimes I find it to be a little challenging to waste 10 minutes of failing. Sometimes it's quite rewarding for passing those raid bosses. So it is up to us to decide whether the nerfs are good or bad, but overall you do get more resources if you clear them faster, right? So those are the major official changes for the game that is currently being updated. And seems to be some balance to tier 1, tier 2 content, they said, but it's more of a nerf to the raid and also the guardians, basically weekly Abyss Dungeons and also the guardians. And this patch will take 6 hours. Now coming over to the second part and more important part. So this video is from Sandov, and one of the viewers were telling me to check this out. This is massive and this will change everything about homing. And I really do want to stress out that currently what our friend is saying here is not the official information yet. And what if you want to watch his video, I have the links attached. So basically he's saying is that the Argos patch that is expected to come, this will be a 8-man raid. And for this particular patch to come, the developers did say that this will come about 1 month after official launch, and which is in about 1 to 2 weeks time from now. And this is going to be for the end game and also new mechanics in the game. But he also said during the release of the patch notes, there was this particular notes that was a catch-up mechanics. Now this was later removed from according to him, so I'm just quoting him from here, but what I really want to talk about is how big those changes are and how this will affect you in tier 1, tier 2 or tier 3. So just as a screenshot of what he showed on the video, definitely check out his video to see his opinions on this. Basically he tells everyone to stop leveling gears, after getting to 1355, and I think I'll do the same. Once I get to 1355, I'll stop leveling gears, because I'm currently experiencing some really bad rates with tier 3. And if you just look at tier 3, from this particular notes, notice this is not official, guys. I keep stressing this, because this is a screenshot from the video he's talking about. And basically I want to zoom in so I can see it properly. I couldn't zoom in on his video, right? So what you can see is there seems to be a particular catch-up mechanics that will be giving players accessories and also ability stones in the mail. After that, 100% success rate for tier 1, 100% success rate for tier 2 honing up to level 15. Did people make this up, or is this just pushing everyone to the end game? Because we spend a lot of time doing those numbers and 50%, right? 40%. So, and you're getting, double level ups at those intervals, level 1, level 3, up to level 11. So when you level up from level 11, you get to level 13, it seems. So this is a massive boost. You can get all your characters from tier 1 to tier 2, from tier 2 to tier 3 very quickly with 100% success rate, increase of experience cost, increase of material cost, and double leveling. Just, all the characters can be tier 3 now. So this can boost all your characters to tier 3 almost instantly if you have the materials. So the first thing I want to talk about is to stock up the materials for those before the patch comes. In case you guys are not sure about the materials, so we do have a data table over here for Excel, which I have the links for you guys. So basically for the materials, if we zoom in a little bit, you can see the materials that is needed to level. Basically red shard, harmony shard, leap stones for tier 2, and over here it's going to be the guardian stones, harmony shard, and also leap stones. So just from seeing this, if you just, if you're having trouble with tier 1, tier 2, if this mechanics does come into play into the game, this is insane, right? This is crazy. And that is not all. So what is the biggest factor for me currently is tier 3. The base rate of success rate for tier 3 items will go up by 20%, and this is for level 1 to level 15. Now, if you guys have seen our Excel, the tier 3 rates are ridiculous. So those data are coming from MaxRollGG, which is the current rate of items in the game for global servers. And if you come over to the Excel, you can see the success rate of weapon or gear for plus 15 at tier 3, it's only 10%. You go to 30% the moment you go to try to plus 9. And imagine getting all those rates plus by 20%, you'll save so much gold. Let me just, I can change the values over here. So basically I'll show you guys what I mean by that. So if I use Excel, if you haven't seen Excel, this is actually a wonderful calculation. So I've been working on this for a while. So basically, if you look at the weapons, basically the cost of a weapon to go for plus 15, if you bought all the items, it's expected to be 100,000 gold at 10% rate. But if I change this 20%, what's going to happen is 100,000 gold will be half to 50,000 gold if you buy all the materials. And that's massive, right? So basically increasing this by, this is not even 20%. If I increase it by 20% base rate, this is even better. So basically, if we change this goes from 100,000 gold to 35,000 gold. So the cost of upgrading at tier 3 is shrinked by about at least 60 or 70% just because of the change of rates. Now, this is so big, and this is why when the viewer sent it to me, I saw this. Now, I do want to stress out, this is not from the official notes yet. So this is a YouTuber who was talking about the notes that was kind of early released for the upcoming patch, and then this was removed. But if we go according to those notes, the massive increase of 20% base rate for tier 3 means that players actually can do something different. We can stay on 1340 or 1355. That's all I will go. I won't go beyond that. I can wait for the higher base rate, and I'll just farm my chaos dungeons and do my daily and stock up so much gold. And when the patch comes, I'll be using my gold, the stock up gold. I'll be buying the tier 3 upgrade materials. So once the bonus rate comes in, then I can upgrade my gears with 20% more bonus rate. And 20% bonus rate for those levels are massive. I save 50 to 60% gold if I get those bonus rate. Now, of course, I do want to stress out, the current patch notes does not reveal anything of this catch-up mechanics, but if this is true, guys, I'm still saying this is not official, right? So if this was true from our YouTuber friend Sandov over here, he was saying that if this is true, you'll be expecting to waste a lot of gold if you don't know about this. Because if you upgrade at tier 3 or even tier 2, you're having trouble with it, when the catch-up mechanics comes in about a week or two, it changes the game. And players who worked so hard for chancing this, at 10 or 15%, all of a sudden will get a massive boost. And what you can do is, we'll make a video about this. Once we have the official information of the patch that's coming, the prices of certain items will rise dramatically. So we'll make more video about this, but I think basically the price of items like Guardian Stones, Destruction Stones, Solar Grace will actually fall because, rate up materials might actually fall. But the raw materials like the stones and also the honor stones, basically those will go up because players will stock up those given that the rates will increase. And this will be the same thing for tier 1 and tier 2. Now just before we finish guys, I keep saying this, the second part of the information for the rate increase is not official. So make sure you watch our friend's video over here to see what he says about it, because I didn't do much research. My viewer just told me to have a look at this and talk about the implication of this. So I made a quick summary of basically what he mentioned. But it is not confirmed that this will 100% come with a new Argos patch. If it doesn't come, I'll be a little sad. But I can live with the rates over here because I'm already tormented by it. So notice I even got my weapon to +14 without knowing this. So I'm pretty tormented by it. But if this was true, you really do not want to go beyond +12 for tier 3. And you can even go slow with tier 1 or tier 2 because there's no more rush. And also there's so many things we can do. So just as a warning guys, this is second part of this video. There's things we talk about here for the Argos patch change. Those are not official, but seems legit, right? So let me know what you guys think about it. This actually massively changes the game, right? So expecting in a week or two, maybe less than a week, we hear about the new patch and then we work on it and we prepare ahead of time to stock up a lot of materials for the upgrade for the better rate. Now, if you guys haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, make sure you do so, because we'll be getting a lot of guides, a lot of tips as I discover them, and I love the game. So I want to share as much as I can with you guys, and let's have a great time in Lost Ark as we explore this game and get the most out of it.